Hi, I'm Sean with Team Ricochet Airsoft, and before I continue on with my review today, I would like to give a shout out to all our men and women in the armed forces. Thank you for all that you do, and happy Memorial Day. So, today we're going to be reviewing the Magpul PTS Masada. Now, the real steel Masada is designed to be a replacement for the M4 and M16. It is a very lightweight weapon, and it's based off of several very popular recent rifle designs from companies such as HK. Some of the components that they incorporated from these rifle designs is the quick change barrel function, the gun being completely ambidextrous, and its gas system. The real steel Masada can be chambered in 5.56, 6.8, and 7.62, and depending on what kind of barrel and ammunition you're using, the rate of fire on average is 800 rounds per minute. Now, for those of you who are curious, the name Masada does not mean that this is an Israeli weapon. It is an American company that named the gun the Masada based off of the famous siege of Masada. They felt it was a very suiting name for an advanced combat rifle such as this. So, now that we have given you a brief history of the real steel Masada, we're going to continue on to our review of the Magpul PTS Masada. Now, one of the first things you're going to notice with this weapon is it is extremely well constructed. It is full metal inside and out. It has a CNC machined upper receiver with its own unique serial number and all the trademarks you could possibly want. Wherever it is not metal on this gun, it is DuPont reinforced polymer. And for those of you who don't know what polymer is, it's a very lightweight material that is very durable. And this is not like your normal plastic. It is extremely pleasing to look at and touch. Now, the DuPont reinforced polymer points on this gun consist of the forestock, the lower receiver, the 120 round mid cap that comes with the gun, the stock, and the cheek rest. Now, the cheek rest on this gun is a bit of a joke. They say it's fully adjustable when it's really only has two positions, down and up. And you may as well leave the cheek rest up, since I find it a little bit easier to aim through the sights. Now, the sights on this gun are very nice. They are Magpul front and rear flip-up sights. The battery compartment is located in the forestock of the gun. It is a small type connector, so you can only use small type batteries with this gun. I would highly suggest you find a small type 9.6 volt battery to use with this gun. It will really help maximize the performance of this gun, and you won't regret it. But one issue that does come with using a 9.6 volt battery is the crammed battery compartment. I use a 9.6 volt butterfly style battery in this gun, and it took me a few tries to master putting a battery in this gun. It is a very tight compartment for a battery like this, but overall, I feel like it's worth it. One other thing to note about the battery compartment is when you're mounting it, make sure you're not pinching the wire, otherwise the gun will not cycle properly. It's just one little hiccup with this gun. Now, the hop-up on this gun is really worth noting. You pull the breech back, lock it into position, and your hop-up unit is located right in front of you. Now, unfortunately, you cannot shoot with the breech open. For whatever reason, the gun will not cycle properly, and BBs will just trickle right out of the barrel. So once you make your adjustment, close the breech and see if it worked. If not, pull it back and do some more trial and error. Now, the gun does come with a 120 round mid-cap polymer magazine. It feeds exceptionally well, and with this gun in general, stay away from high caps. They don't feed near as well as a mid-cap or standard magazine would. One thing to note about the P-mags is some of them will need to be shaved down with sandpaper in order to fit the actual mag well of the gun. Out of the 6 magazines I own for this gun, I've only had to do it with one of them. The rest of them fit fine right out of the box. The gun also takes standard M4, M16 style magazines, so if you have those laying around, you don't have to go out and spend an extra $50 to $60 on more magazines. They work perfectly fine. But if you have the money to spend, I would suggest doing it just because the P-Max looks so much better with this gun, I think. Now, the gun does come with 2 manuals. One's a hard copy and the other one is on a CD-ROM. So they give you your preference on how you want to view the manual. It also comes with a fake 5.56 round for the takedown of the weapon. The takedown process on this gun is exceptionally easy and very quick. This gun also has the quick change barrel function on this gun. Just slide the forestock off, push the button down, there's a little lever, you pull it down and twist it, and out comes the barrel. This is really nice for when you want to swap out from a standard barrel, which is what I have on this gun, to a CQB barrel. This is great for close quarters battle. And also, as you can tell, the gun is fully ambidextrous. The bolt release, the mag release, and fire selectors are perfect for lefties and righties. And you can also change the charging handle of the gun, whether you're a lefty or a righty, which is kind of cool, but it's not really necessary since it's an airsoft gun. You're not going to be pulling the charging handle back for a jam or anything like that. Now, the fire selector switch is great on this gun. It goes into position very easy and has a very tactical feel about it. Out of the box, this gun is rated at 350 FPS with .2s. Mine averages 356 with .2, so its claim of 350 FPS out of the box is very spot on. The gun is very accurate for a stock AEG. You can engage targets up to 180 feet, and if you want to arc your gun a little bit, you can go further than that. Or if you have a really nice day, you can actually reach out to about 190 feet, maybe 200. So, just a really nice performing stock weapon. It sounds almost borderline TM, but it's full metal inside, so you don't have to deal with the plastic bushings that TM has. Now, the gun is very accurate on semi-automatic. You can actually sit there and pull the trigger as quickly as you want and it won't stutter. The trigger won't lock up on you. It's just a great semi-automatic weapon. You can also go to full auto and manipulate the trigger very easily between semi and full auto. So for those of you who just don't feel like switching back and forth, this is a nice alternative. And the full auto on this gun is great. It's not the greatest rate of fire as, let's say, KWA, but it's good enough where you can hit a target moving easily or suppress an enemy. So we've gone over the basic out-of-the-box impression for this gun. And now let's move on to our field test portion and see how it does. Alright, so this is the field test portion for the Magpul PTS Masada. We will be engaging 3 targets at 80 feet, 151 feet, and 196 feet. They are marked in white on trees, and if you can't see them, we will be doing a close-up zoom portion for this. Each target will be engaged in semi and fully automatic, and then after that we're going to see what our results are. Problems hitting the 8-foot target and semi-automatic, let's try full. Again, no issues hitting the 8-foot target and semi-automatic. Now going to move to the 1-foot marker. So, we got about 3 hits on the semi-automatic advantage for these a little bit, but it's still very accurate enough to engage. Try full auto. Full auto is a little bit better choice for this, and at least semi-automatic is still usable. And finally, we'll try the 196-foot marker and see how the gun goes. I think in semi-automatic we only got about 1 on target. The range is definitely a little bit too far from accurate, especially if you're letting it down there a little bit. But in full auto, it'll be a little bit easier. So full auto is definitely the mode you're going to want to use once you get beyond about 150 to 160 feet. So now let's do a zoomed up portion for this and see what we got. This is a close-up of the 80-foot marker. I'll start by engaging in semi-automatic. As you can tell, no issues hitting the 80-foot marker. I'll do a quick burst in full. No issues at 80 feet whatsoever. This is the 151-foot marker. I'll start by engaging in semi-automatic, then full. Semi-automatic is starting to lose its accuracy quite a bit at 151 feet, so let's switch to full. This is the final target at 196 feet. I will start off in semi-automatic. So as you can tell, maybe 3 actually got to the tree, but I do not believe they landed on target. So I'm going to switch it off to full automatic. So you can definitely visually see, at least from where I'm standing, about 2 or 3 really put a wrinkle in that target. So once you get to about 196 feet, you definitely want to go to full auto. Okay, so I have the results from the shooting. This is the 80-foot marker. As you can tell, quite a few shots actually pierced it. We have a cluster right here of about at least 3 or more. So semi and full automatic, very lethal at 88 feet. Here is the 151-foot marker. As you can tell, we have some dents through here, some punctures. The accuracy definitely faded, but it is still very accurate in semi and full auto at 151 feet. And the final target, less impressive, is 196 feet. Now, amazingly enough, you can see right here, at least you can tell that 196 feet, we did get 1 puncture, and we got some nice little dimples here and here. So overall, it's still fairly effective at 196 feet. But today is a nice day, so depending on the conditions, I'd say your maximum effective range is going to be 180 to 196 feet. Okay, so to wrap up the Magpul PTS Masada, it is a wonderfully constructed weapon. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a better constructed weapon than this, especially externally. The gun is very tactical feeling. It's got a very functional semi and full automatic systems on it. It's accurate. It does 350 FPS out of the box, confirmed with .2s. It's lightweight, it's durable, it's rugged. It's never given me any issues in the time that I've had it, and I have one of the very first gens of this particular one. Granted, the cheek rest is a bit of a joke. It's not that adjustable. And the battery compartment can be a pain when using a 9.6 volt butterfly battery. It's still a wonderful weapon and worth every penny. And I know some of you are going to be looking at the A&K model since it's not $500 like this. But having held and shot both, I want to say right now that every dollar more that the Magpul is over the A&K, it's worth it. It's just a much higher quality rifle, and if you have the money or the patience to wait for it, you will not be let down. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and give this about a 9.5 out of 10. It's truly one of my favorite weapons, and it hasn't failed me once yet. I'm Sean, and thank you for watching my review. And as always, if you have any comments, suggestions, or anything, please leave it in the comment box below. We will try and work on any suggestions that you leave there for later reviews. And if you just want to see some footage of this in combat, please look at some of our game footage videos located in our channel.